Well, hello, coffee time friends. It is coffee time and it's cook time. And it's also Friday night time. How are y'all doing? I hope you're doing well. It's me, John and Mama, here with Coffee Time with John and Mama. If you're not following our page, go on over there and do that if you don't care. That helps us out, but it also helps you to get notifications. You'll know when we're here. You can also comment. That'll help too to get it on the algorithm. We're having a delicious updo tonight. Took some of that chicken. Let's go down here at the chore board. Took some of that chicken that we had left over last night. We had just 3 pieces, but had all that left over. Look at that. This is just some olives that I'm sitting here slicing because I didn't buy sliced ones. So I'm just going to slice these up for this wonderful chicken pasta dish tonight. And that's all we're having. It's a one dish wonder. Hey there, Mama.
Yeah.
How are you, Mama?
Fine.
Are you relaxed today?
Yeah, relax, son.
Can you see our bowl? So this is pasta Mama just made, and she's rinsed it with cool water so wouldn't be hot. We don't want this hot. And to this, now you can write these ingredients down. To this, I'm going to add about that much olive oil. Now how much? I don't know. Depends on these noodles. It depends on your noodles. So this is just extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to put a good 3-4 tablespoons because this is the whole dish tonight. It's olive oil, seasoning, and I want these noodles to be all loose. So let's just call that 4 good tablespoons. You can tell when you stir them. Now some of these noodles look lighter than the others. That's because when we had the beef tips and the noodles, we had some left over. We're not going to waste them, so we dumped them in here too. So these darker ones you just cooked, the whiter ones is what's been in the refrigerator, so they're a little colder. So that is the olive oil. I may have to add more. We'll see in a bit. Let me finish these olives while you all chat amongst yourselves.
Oh,
What are y'all up to? Good evening, John and Mama. Hey, Miss Linda. How are you? Mama and I are doing much better. I think our coughing spells are down to maybe 1 a day, if that. It was pretty frequent there. Y'all were here with us, but getting much better. We're off all of our medicines. We've taken our whole round. Now, folks, this is just me talking here, but don't take part of your medicine that the doctor prescribes you and say, I'm feeling better, I ain't going to take the rest of that. You've got to work it completely out of your system. Just because you feel better don't mean you are better. Don't mean that you're not still needing some meds. So take the whole prescription that they tell you to. Right, Mama?
that's right.
And I tell you that all the time, don't I?
Yeah.
So this is about a ½ cup of olives, and I've just chopped them. This was almost 2 chicken breasts. We had Mama had some left on hers, and we had a whole one left. So that's what that is. And here is the other. And these were not full breasts. These were the half ones, so it's 1 whole chicken breast. Just say that. Now that's the chicken and the olives. And I'm going to add some of the Y'all's brand Southern Secret onion and garlic. I love this stuff, and I put it on everything. In case you're wondering what it is, that's it. Now I'll put a link below where you can find it. And I'm just going to sprinkle what I like to call cover the top. Not like maybe a tablespoon. Going to do the same thing, cover the top with these Italian seasons. These are just our store brand Italian season. I never have really had a favorite Italian seasoning yet. Maybe y'all brand will come up with one.
I got enough, I tell you.
Yes, ma'am. You hear Mama, she's helping me tonight.
A lot of Italian going in there.
Oh, that's good for you. When I stir it won't show. See there?
It'll taste.
It still tastes. It's really good. Now, I love black beans, and this is a 15-ounce can. Just going to dump it in there.
Drained and washed.
Drained and rinsed. You don't want your pasta salad being all dark and muddy looking. You want it to stay pretty. And right here, talking about pretty, this right here is slightly drained. Meaning I did turn it up and drain it, but I didn't squeeze it. I didn't do that. I did take some of the juice out. And this is a 15-ounce can of Petite diced tomatoes. Now, I know, if it were summertime, I would love to have some of the little baby grape tomatoes in here. Those come out. And it would make it so pretty. Because I'm putting tomatoes, I'm going to put some salt. Just to shake, shake, shake. And I'm going to add some black pepper, just table pepper. Just to shake, shake, shake.
Shake, shake, shake.
And y'all know me, I don't know, here lately, seems like everything I make, I throw a little parsley in it.
You like the color of the green.
Now, what's the difference, folks? Look down here. Y'all see in this pot, this glass bowl. There it is without the parsley. When I put the green in there, we get a whole new concept of... I just had to take this lid all the way off. Oh, well, I just had broke that. Sometimes I do that. I just open it, use it, and seal it back. Now this will make this that much prettier. And that will bring out all those flavors and all that yummy goodness. This is just something I got off from Amazon. Unpretentious Baker. Parsley flakes. 100% pure parsley. It's just parsley. I'm not putting time into studying it or anything. Now this little dish here, it's just a one dish wonder. That's all you have to do. Now you can just keep adding. If there's something else you want to put in here, go for it. Maybe you want some chopped up peppers. That would be fine. Maybe you want some kind of cheese. Mama, do you want cheese in this?
No.
Maybe some cheddar or some of that other, the white cheese.
No, we can sprinkle it on top, not have it in it.
Mama don't want it in it, so we ain't gonna do it. You can put cheese in it. You can do it however you want to do. Wash that chore board up. I'll have more chores, I'm sure. That's what I get for saying I don't cough much. Alright, now let's get you over here so you can see. So that's it, folks. That is the pasta dish. It looks good. And like I said, you can put some feta cheese in it. You can put some white cheese in it. You can leave any of this out. If you don't want the black beans, don't put the black beans. Whatever you want to do. But you see what it looks like there. And this will be good for a day or more. And this is just egg noodles. Mama, you ready to eat?
Yeah, you need a spaghetti thing, or do you want to?
No, I'm good right there. Then when I get through, I can put this lid on it and seal it up, put it in the refrigerator, and keep it till tomorrow. Or just put it in a Tupperware bowl. Either way will be fine. Now see how quick and easy that was? There was nothing to this meal. Now, this is very, very similar, except I don't put anything in it that I do when I do my pasta and my meatballs. I told y'all I'd show you that one night. I just take the egg noodles, I put olive oil, salt, black pepper, and some seasoning like this here. I put a little bit of this in it and a little bit of this in it, Italian seasoning. So this is just the garlic and the onion, Southern Secret from Y'all's brand, and this is just Italian seasoning. Okay? And I serve that with my meatballs when I fix meatballs. And everybody loves them. I can't get y'all in your seat. Mama's got a different tray out here after Christmas, and it takes up all of your room.
It's bigger at home.
It is. So that's it, folks. You can serve this to a family of 12 or 25 if you want to make up enough, or you can have it just for 1 or 2. You could also put some banana peppers in it. It's limitless of what you can add. Did you get the cheese that you wanted?
Oh,
You don't want it.
I'll wait and see. I want some of it.
Okay, just get whatever you want or none. It don't matter. That's just like downtown, folks. I'm gonna try this Italian style cheese. You want any?
Yeah, sprinkle me just a little on top of my phone.
This is freshly grated. Put in this bag for our convenience with a zipper on top. That's all it takes. All right, Mama, let's bless it and eat it. Can y'all see our plates? That's what we're... Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this meal. We thank you for the nourishment of our bodies with it, dear Lord. And dear Lord, we just pray that you'll be with us and watch over us. Lead, guide, and direct us, dear Lord. And be with all those prayer requests that are sent in, dear Lord, and all that you know about. Dear Lord, we have a special prayer request that I learned this afternoon about, and that's one of extra special prayer requests on that, dear Lord. And just watch over us all. Lead and guide and direct us and be with us in everything that we say and do. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Mama, I'm going to let you make this statement. See, if you put some of that white cheese in it, it will make it pretty. Isn't it? Drop the fork.
Tasting.
It is super good. And super easy. Y'all want to bite? See all that goodness in there and all those good flavors.
Got it all over me?
Just a little bit of that cheese, Mama. What y'all think about that? It's quick, it's easy, it's refreshing, and it's filling. I love this. Sometimes that's just a go-to for me is pasta and olive oil with some seasoning. I love pasta. Now, Mama made the pasta, and she put a little salt. Quite a bit of salt, actually, in the water, because you're going to pour this off. If we're going to not pour the water off, we don't put quite as much. But if we are going to pour it off and rinse it, then you want a little extra. So we did want to rinse this tonight. So Mama made it with butter and quite a bit of salt. Probably about 3 tablespoons of butter. And what you're doing is, the only chance that you have to flavor your noodles is when you're cooking them. Now, some people say the sauce won't hold on them if you put oil or butter in there. That may be the case. I've not really studied it, but I've never had a noodle that I couldn't keep the sauce on or I have heard that. I've heard many chefs say that. But I've never had a problem with it when we put butter in it. Now, I think where some of that does come in is if you coat it in oil after you cook it, it's harder to hold sauce. But just adding it while you're cooking it so it will absorb up in your noodles, I haven't had any problem with it. TGIF, happy Janice, I'm glad it's Friday too. But I'll be glad when Monday morning gets here too. I'm always ready for whatever's coming up. Go out and come back in. Maybe your internet. Virginia, is someone having trouble? Sometimes that does help to go out, come back in. Hi, Kim Hall. How are you? Yummy. It is, or K Hall, sorry. Hey, Patricia. Looks delicious. Thank you, ma'am. H.A. Hamlin says pasta and olive oil is healthy eating egg noodles. It is pretty healthy. There's nothing in here that's awful for you.
No, the chicken's grilled like, you know.
And you can use with no chicken. You can use with more chicken. You can even use that canned chicken or a rotisserie chicken. This is just some we have left over, so that's what we used. I have made this before with rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
It's really good. Is it bothering your throat, Mama?
I've just had trouble keeping it clear today. Like I did last night, it started. It's been that way about all day.
No back sets.
Oh, I hope not.
You can't, Mama.
I can't.
No, I forbid it.
You forbid it.
I can't have you sick again. I've got to keep you well. I gave her strict orders this morning. Mama, there is always another time, and if it isn't, it don't need to be done. I want you to relax today and get yourself feel better. Didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
And did you?
Most of the day,
She
yeah.
did go to town.
I have go-meal cookbooks and I do a few
Did you get
things.
anything in the mail today?
No, just the UL stuff.
Okay. All right, folks. That's all we got in the mail. Yum, yum. Y'all is doing a promotion. And what they're doing, they've asked several cooking shows on Facebook. And y'all is a Christian-based company. I don't know if y'all knew that. And the guys that do it are good Christian folks. And a lot of the cooking channels are Christian-based as well. Not that any of them that's not on here is bad. It's just he selected a certain group of people, contact us. We had a meeting. So you'll see other shows doing the same thing. So there is a 10% off your site-wide. And he's given each one of us a code. Ours is John, John. So if you go to Y'all's Brands, and you buy anything on their site, whether it's one thing or more, if you use the code John, you will get a 10% discount. And then we get credit because they assume you sent it here and got the code is the reason you bought it. So it's just a little thing they're doing. It'll help us out. It helps you all out. And I wouldn't lie for any reason. I just don't ever find anything worth lying about. I just don't think it's right. And my granny and my mama and my daddy always told me, if you never lie, you never have to worry about it. But if you lie, you'll always have to think about it and remember the lie you told. If you tell the truth, it's always in your mind. And I kind of stuck with that. I was the little nerdy kid in school that if the teacher asked me if I'd done something, I'd say, yeah, I did it. Because I knew if I said no, I didn't, it was going to come out. So, yeah, I was the one that would say, yes, I did. I would have probably been like George Washington said, yeah, I cut down the cherry tree, but I just figured I was going to get caught anyway. I figure at the point they're asking you about it, they already know. So just go ahead and fess up. But anyway, that is good spices. Their spices are excellent. Wouldn't steer you wrong. I love their their lime pepper spice, like lemon pepper, but it's lime pepper. I love this. I love the steakhouse seasoning. I love the cinnamon sugar. We use that cinnamon sugar about 3 times a week.
Or more.
Or more. Mama's confessing, see. She uses it when I'm not even here. It's so easy. It's so quick and easy. And I use it on oranges at least once a week anymore. Because they're so good. If you haven't tried that, try that. But if you haven't tried Y'all's Brands, try it. And their tea, I wouldn't lie about. Mama, I'll just tell you, be completely honest with you. My mama has used Lipton tea since she's been a child. I didn't think there was other tea. When I started working in the restaurant industry, they was using Louisiana. And I thought, why don't they use some Lipton? I did grow to, I like Louisiana okay at work. But I never did like it as well as Lipton. So Y'all Brand sent several influencers or cooking channels teas to sample. And Mama said, what on earth? That's tea? And I said, yeah. And she said, well, now, I'm not switching from my Lipton. Didn't you, Mama?
Yeah.
And I said, well, no, Mama, you don't have to, but just make a gallon of this the way they say. We'll try it. We didn't even video it because we didn't know if we'd like it or not. We made that tea, and we drank it immediately because it was cold. Because the way you fix it, you'll learn if you have it. You pour it over the ice. Mom and I both looked at each other and said, that's delicious.
It was good. Very good.
And Mama said, yeah, Mama is. Y'all know her. Mama said, well, I hate to say it. I really do.
Yep.
But this is better than Lipton. And I said, Mama, you are going to say that? And she said, this is the best tea I ever had. And I said, you know, it is me too. So we made another gallon of it the next day because we ran out. And it was good. And I hate to say, we've not wasted it yet. But we've not used anything but that. And so Lipton is still in the canister over there. We've never used it again. And I wouldn't lie about that. I don't have no reason to. But their tea is that good. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. It's Mama approved. If Mama says it's good, you know she ain't gonna... She don't like anything new. But after how many years of housekeeping?
All my life.
52 years? 50?
Mommy always used Lipton. That's all I've ever drunk.
That's all I ever knew as a child. But honest, I can honestly tell you that's the only tea we've had in this house as y'all bring since, or that we've used. We still got that Lipton sitting over there. But it's that good. And I know a lot of times you'll hear, oh, try it, this is good. We ain't gonna lie about it. Mama Sue wouldn't lie about it. Kimmy from Kimmy's Southern Kitchen wouldn't lie about it. Miss Annie wouldn't lie about it. These are people who, we don't have anything to gain by telling y'all wrong. So that's what it's all about. So I just want y'all to know that's what's going on with y'all's brand. You'll see a lot of us using it, but I do like their stuff. I just do. And anything we like to share with y'all. And we've done that since day one, and y'all know that. And stuff we don't like, we tell you that too. All right, folks. Mama, you got anything you want to add?
No. That fills you up fast with those beans.
The beans, it's good protein. If you know, even if you don't put the chicken, the beans have got plenty of protein. And the noodles are just delicious. And then that blend of seasoning, it just brings it all together. And you've got a delicious, delicious supper. And you can add too, you can put garbanzo beans in this. Let me push y'all back. I'm trying to get you in your place where you can usually sit, but this tray's aggravating me. You can put anything in here. If you like black olives in there. Feta cheese would be delicious in this. Feta cheese would be wonderful in this. I don't have feta. Our store don't keep feta. But
I started saying I was going to get some today. It was ricotta, and I didn't know what we was going to use it with, so I didn't get it.
This is wonderful. So give this a try. I give it 2 thumbs up, and it's a repeat for us. But it's not a new dish for us. I have fixed this many times. And every time we have meatballs, I do half of this to my pasta, just the seasoning and the olive oil and the seasonings. Delicious. Here's another little secret for you. As good as it is tonight, this only gets better tomorrow. Now, I will probably put a little bit more olive oil on it, stir it up good, about another tablespoon or so to loosen it up, but the flavors will just be wonderful in it. I always look forward to it the second day. And if you have time or forethought, make it the night before and serve it for supper the next night. All you have to do then is come in, get it out of the refrigerator, let it warm up a little bit. I mean, it's good out of the refrigerator, but I like it closer to room temperature than I do icy cold. But just set it out on the counter 15 minutes or so, and you're ready for supper. Now, some of y'all asked last night, and been asking for a while, where's the bread? Now, we could have had bread with our meal last night. We are cutting back on that stuff. And we're getting used to it now. If y'all have noticed, for the last 5 months, we've had much less bread than we was showing y'all when we first started. It wasn't anything for us to have cornbread 3 times a week.
Oh, yeah. Or more than that.
Or more than that. And it was always cornbread on Saturday or Sunday. So we've cut that back. We have to introduce ourselves to cornbread now. It's been that long since we've seen it. We don't get it till we're frequent flyers anymore. We had cornbread, was it a week or so ago?
I can't remember.
Anyhow,
That's been too long.
It's not been terribly long ago, but it's been much longer than it used to be. Biscuits, we used to have biscuits every Saturday morning. Now, instead of a big old pan of biscuits, we'll settle for a slice or two of cinnamon sugar toast. And that we will do a little toast. But we're just trying to cut down on some of that stuff. So this, that whole long story was to say this. This would be absolutely delicious. Just this and a piece of Italian bread crusted with some garlic or whatever you want to put on it, and put it in the oven and toast it up. You can't beat olive oil and good crusty bread. And this would be just an outstanding meal. It'd be no different than spaghetti sauce with the bread. So if you want to add a piece of bread to this, I recommend it. But we're not going to do that because the pasta, it's plenty of bread for us. Plenty of starch for us. Okay? But you can add bread to it. It'd be delicious. Yeah. I miss the bread. I'm not a huge bread person either. I'm not that person that has to have bread with every meal. Never was.
Your daddy sure was, though.
Dad sure was. But since we've been cutting back, when I see a pound of cornbread in that oven over there, I swear I can hear it singing. John!
Oh, no.
I told Mama the other day, I said, we have to introduce ourselves to that cornbread. It ain't seen us in so long. It's about the truth, ain't it, Mama?
Yeah.
You got anything you want to add tonight, Mama?
No.
You feeling okay tonight? You're a little quiet.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just a little cold feeling.
This house is not hot.
Oh, no, it's not hot.
And but it's 40 degrees outside, but yesterday it was 70.
But it felt colder than 40 because that air had this one gentleman told me in town today, a nip to it today.
A nip to the air?
Mm-hmm.
So a lady told me the same thing. She said, air's a little nippy out there tonight. I said, it's January. And she laughed. She's like, I guess we should expect to have a little cold days. But yesterday spoiled us all. We got 70 degrees yesterday, blue skies, and windy, like March.
But it wasn't a cold wind like today.
No, it was a March wind. It was really had a day of March. We stole the day from March yesterday. And the electricity didn't go back off.
No.
After it embarrassed us in front of all y'all and just stayed off and off. It didn't go back off, but the wind howled all night long, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Did y'all have windy weather?
Out front played music on.
Yeah. Some of y'all were expecting storms. Did y'all do okay in the storms? I said a little prayer for each and every one of you. And when I heard that wind blowing, I said, Lord, just protect them out there. I worry about weather and stuff, but I worry about our first responders, and I worry about our electric crew and the people who are having to fix those electrical outages and those things. I just think that would be just a very hard job. I'm sure it is. But I do worry about those folks. 28 degrees in Denver.
Ooh,
Molly.
that makes me chill.
I don't do a lot of breads these days. Sandy, are you having trouble with it? I'm trying to do a lot more wraps. Y'all know we went to those about 5 months ago. I went to those low-carb wraps. Now, I'm going to tell you, I have probably used those, everything except cinnamon toast. I probably use those wraps for everything I've used bread for. And they're working out pretty good. I've not tried a peanut butter and jelly wrap, but I may. But I've used them for hamburgers. I've used them for turkey sandwiches and ham sandwiches. I've used them for...
I'm not going to wraps for my peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
No, Mama, you can just do... Mama has foldovers. Y'all have foldovers. You know what a foldover is. A foldover is just where you take a piece of bread and you put whatever you want in it. Either a slice of bologna, a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of... all on the same sandwich. Although I do know a woman I work with who loves bologna and peanut butter sandwiches.
Ooh.
She says they're delicious. And I've just taken her word for it. For one thing, I know she would never lie. For the next thing, I just don't think I can get up the courage. But she eats the peanut butter and bologna sandwiches. And we've talked about it many times, and she's still eating them. And I'm going to try one sometime. She says, they're good. You got to try it, John. I said, I'll try. But anyway, back to Mama. I'm chasing rabbits tonight. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You got your jitterbox turned up.
My what?
Jitterbox. Or
My chatterbox.
Chatterbox all turned over.
Mama would take peanut butter and jelly on a piece of bread and you just fold it over. You don't cut it. You know, fancy. You just fold it over a piece of bread. That's what we call that.
One piece of bread.
One piece of bread. We call that a fold over. Now, my aunt used to do that with mashed potatoes. Just a piece of bread, a big old clump of cold mashed potatoes, fold it over,
I've done it too.
and eat a mashed potato sandwich or a mashed potato fold over. So if you know me and my family, I don't know about all the South or nothing else, but if they offer you a fold over, just take it. Say yeah, because it's just a half a sandwich. So, do any of the rest of y'all call them fold overs? I ate peanut butter and pickles sandwiches. Lisa?
Now, your daddy always did.
My dad loved peanut butter and, well, I always say it wrong. It's squash relish. I call it chow chow, but it was this equivalent to it. He loved it and corn chowder. What we call corn chowder. It's Mama's homemade corn and green peppers and what else is in it, Mama? Apples. He loved peanut butter with any kind of pickled relish, except maybe sweet pickle. I don't think I've ever seen him do that. But I've seen him do bread and butter pickles, peanut butter. So, yeah, he loved it. Loved meatloaf sandwich. I do too, Kathy. And I eat those folded over. That's one of my fold over kind of sandwiches. My son has always liked to do a fold over with spaghetti. Now, Kathy, yeah, that would be good because I love spaghetti and bread. I don't know that I've ever eaten it that way. I've just eaten it with the bread, but I would do a fold over spaghetti sandwich. Hey, John and Mama. Hey, Joe. How are you? Peanut butter, bologna, and mayo. Yummy. Sherry. I never heard of the mayo on there. I'll have to share that with my friend at work. And I'll say, here's just something to try. Peanut butter, bologna, and mayo. I can almost see the potential in that. Friends of mine put peanut butter on hamburgers. Patty Terry. Now, Patty, I have heard of that before. One restaurant used to put peanut butter on theirs. I can see the potential in it too. I mean, don't make me. It just makes me raise an eyebrow. I love meatloaf sandwiches, peanut butter and bananas. Oh yeah, or peanut butter and mayonnaise. Now I feel like, oh no, peanut butter and tomatoes. Peanut butter and tomato. Janice Easton, are you telling me peanut butter? Let's read her whole thing here. Peanut butter and bananas, yes. Or peanut butter and mayo, never have. Or peanut butter and tomatoes, never have. But I do love, what I thought I was reading a while ago, I do love bananas and mayonnaise sandwiches.
Ooh.
That was another dad thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
And I do like those, but not peanut butter and mayo. Never tried mayo and peanut butter. That's one I haven't tried. Peanut butter sandwich. Peanut butter and butter sandwiches. Laura, that would be good. Cucumber sandwiches are good too. I love cucumber sandwiches. Gail, and I love to put cucumber on my sandwiches, like Subway, you know. They always put cucumbers. So I started putting like cold cuts and putting cucumbers on them. If I have good fresh ones from the garden, live in Ohio from Kentucky, and I love cornbread, and I do too. Love cornbread, could eat it every day. Can't really think of a meal that it wouldn't be good with. I mean, it's good with pork, it's good with ham, it's good with, of course it's good with beans, it would be good with this. I love cornbread. I love banana mayo sandwiches. Yes, Regina, I love it too. Pickled eggs, Lisa, I do that all the time. I'm trying to see you. Yeah, that's what she's got. Pickled eggs, you can take, now here's the thing. When you have anything pickled, and I love it with beets, pickled beets. When you have anything pickled, that brine, once you get all your pickles out, or your beets, drop you some hard-boiled eggs in there. And in a day or two, you'll have pickled eggs. And those beet pickled eggs, they turn purple, they're delicious. But you can drop that in any kind of pickle juice. And it's good, really good. Peanut butter and marshmallow cream. Oh,
now,
that.
I'll eat. That I'll eat.
Let me tell you what that is, if you think about it. It's a good substitute for that good old-fashioned peanut butter roll that you roll up with a cooked fondant. It's not fondant.
That's egg whites.
Egg whites. It's delicious, and all you need is one spoon. Let me tell you how to do it. You take that spoon. If you'll work it just right, you can take it, get a big enough spoon. Take half of it, dip your marshmallow cream up this way. Take your other half and dip your peanut butter up this way. And you've got a perfect half and half spoon. You just use one spoon. And you don't double dip now. But you can eat on that one spoonful of that goodness for a few minutes. And you'll swear you've had you a good old piece of peanut butter roll. You know you've got a problem when you have a technique for eating peanut butter marshmallow cream. Pickled eggs are good. Let me tell you what Mama and I cheat on all the time. We both love maple drops. The peanut butter maple drops. The little discs. If you don't have those and you're really, really wanting them, Mama, tell them how they can get that.
You just take peanut butter and your maple syrup and mix it up, and your taste is just like the...
You just stir it up, folks. And there it is at your fingertips anytime
I
you
eat
want
it
it.
with Townhouse or Ritz crackers. It's wonderful.
I eat it with a spoon.
Yeah, yes.
I just want to stir it up and sit and eat it with a spoon. I love spaghetti sandwiches. Oh, and butter bread, yeah. But you can have those little tricks. It's just like the trick that we showed y'all back with the candy corn and the peanuts. And you don't do anything to them, folks. That's it. Just put them in a dish and stir them up. When you get a handful of those and you get equal, well, you don't have to count them, but just when you get peanuts and candy corn in your mouth at one time,
Payday.
just like it. You'll swear you're eating a payday candy bar. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Peanut butter and tomatoes. There's another peanut butter and tomato. I'm going to try that because y'all know I love tomatoes. Love peanut butter with black pepper. Makes delicious sandwich. I've never tried that, but I'm going to. Cumberland Gap, Tennessee. Miss Linda, I will try that. Peanut butter and tomatoes. Y'all got me intrigued. My husband used to love the little maple drops. Donna, we still love them.
Oh, they're good.
Oh, they're so good. And
that was the candy your daddy always asked for, was the maple nuggets. He'd say,
oh, they're
"Get those
good.
maple
Nuggets. They're good. And there used to be a candy. Just when you said maple nuggets, remember. And you used to buy them all the time for Dad, and I got to liking them. They were little haystacks, and they were coconut, and they were brown color.
Yeah.
They were about that big, and they looked like a little point. Looked like a Hershey Kiss on it. It was a haystack, they called it. Those were delicious. Haven't had those in years. Yes, candy corn and peanuts. They're good, aren't they, Pat? Paydays are my favorite candy bar with Sandra. Sandra Stice. Sandra, I sent you a cookbook. Your cookbook went out. You won one the last time. I reckon if it's not you, it's another Sandra Stice. But anyhow, whoever won it, it's on the way. But if you like paydays, get those candy corns and the peanuts. You can have a whole bowl full of payday. And just eat a bite or two. You don't have to eat the whole bar. Hello from Indiana. Well, hello, Miss Wanda. They are so good, Brenda. They are good. I remember those. The haystacks, I love those. Mm-hmm. Interesting conversation and ideas. Sharon? Yeah, we're full of all kinds of ideas when it comes to food. I made that for lunch today. So good. Mary, what'd you make? Johnny, oh, wait, let's see. Here's a little. Sometimes I can't see these. I can't see that. I don't like candy corn. Kelly, you don't have to like candy corn to like the candy corn peanuts. I know that sounds crazy. If you like paydays, then you'll like the candy corn and peanut mixed. I have a friend that does not like candy corn. They came here and I said, "Do you like paydays?" Love paydays. Hate candy corn. I said, "Try that." No. I said, "Try one peanut, one piece of candy corn." They did. They loved it.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't like the candy corn at all. Still get it done. but they love the mix of the two flavors together. Hey Vicky, thank you for watching my likes peanut butter and tuna sandwiches. Now I've heard of that, but Mama don't like any kind of tuna.
I'll eat tuna.
How do I
salad.
order a cookbook? Let's see here. Deanna, let me see if I've got my little note here. Y'all know I'm all about
You're gonna have to
recycling.
picture me,
Oh, Mama, they can still read this one. This is the address, and this is the address for Everything Coffee Time. And it's John Davis, P.O. Box 918, Jellicoe, Tennessee, 37762. If that looks right to you, grab you a screenshot. And if not, if that looks right to you. So it's John Davis, P.O. Box 918, Jellicoe, Tennessee, 37762. This will get you a cookbook, or if you just want to send us a note or a joke. We need to get back to doing Hey Mama jokes.
I ain't had none in a long
I
time.
know, and I've not thought of any. I need to do that. I make cabbage beef soup. Oh my, we love that. Brenda, we've not had that in 2 weeks, and it seems like it's been a while.
That's what you ate like crazy.
I loved it. And we made another pot of it. I love pickled corn. Yum, I do too, Debbie. Hello from Kentucky. Hey, Karen. Yeah, we need to get back into the Hey Mamas. I always love them. It's just good, clean fun.
I'm stale now, probably.
Oh, Mama, you're smart.
No.
You always impress me with your skills.
Yeah.
Mama don't give herself any credit. And she'll say, I can't figure that. Mama can figure out anything.
I can't either.
I have enough confidence in her for both of us because she's my go-to with answers and questions. And even if she don't quite understand everything about the circumstance, she'll say, well, you should do it. And I always find it to be good advice. Yes, it is. They have 6 to 8 recipes of this. Church ladies. Nola's answering a question. The cookbook. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nola. The cookbook is not mine and Mama's cookbook.
No.
The cookbook is a church cookbook. And I used to keep one in this drawer. Here it is. It's a church cookbook. Now this little pot line down here means this is not for sale. We use this one. And we just stuck that little label on there so we would know not to send it out to somebody by accident. Because when you're sending out a bunch, this one could be laid on the table. Anyhow, this is the church cookbook. And its title is Recipes and Remembrances. Oswego Missionary Baptist Church. And it's the standard church cookbook. It's full of all the best of the best. Appetizers and beverages. And here's helpful hints. And in here you'll find 5-minute cheese dip, beef ball, cheese log, chicken dip. So right there is 5 recipes on 1 page. Over here, shrimp dip, spinach dip, splashdown punch. We need to make that. And taco dip. And then here's soups and salads. Behind every one of these is a helpful hints section. And every one of them has a title page. I don't even remember how many recipes. I remember we put the maximum that you could put in here. But every one of them has a title page. And then in the back, it's all kinds of helpful hints, even down to how to fold napkins. Basic pantry basics. If you're just starting housekeeping, you need some of this in your cabinets at all times. Here's food quantities, how many to prepare for. Cooking terms such as mince means to chop food into very small pieces. Now you'll think, well, everybody knows that. No, new cooks don't know that. Saute, what is saute? To cook and or brown food in a small quantity of hot shortening. Did y'all know that? Saute? I say saute even when I'm using butter.
Yeah.
Or
Anything.
teriyaki sauce. Anyhow, it's just full of stuff. And this is $17, and that is shipping and everything. That'll get it to you in the continental United States. If you're outside the continental United States, then we'll have to tell you how much your shipping is. And sometimes it's quite expensive. You wouldn't believe what it costs to smell something to Canada. It's like $25.
One time I paid $30.
It was ridiculous.
Very
But no, that was what it was. They sent. We had to do a currency exchange and the shipping, and it was outrageous. So it has to be American dollars, and it has to be in the Continental, or we'll have to take a different price. But we don't make nothing off from you. I mean, we only tell you the price that the post office tells us.
Yeah.
So even, because goodness knows, when it's $25 for shipping for a $17 book,
That's ridiculous.
that's ridiculous.
And every penny that we get goes to the church.
Thank you, Brandy. She says she loves our church cookbook. Folks, let me tell you a little secret about church cookbooks. Now, you got a bunch of Christian ladies and gentlemen that puts recipes in these. And there's nothing wrong with putting your best foot forward. But when you get a church cookbook, you can guarantee every recipe in there is tried, true, and loved because they only put their best. If you go to a church dinner, it's some of the best food you ever put in your mouth because they're not going to try nothing they've never tried before, usually. And they know it's delicious, and it's tried and true and requested by everyone. That's how come they bring it to church. So you get some of your best meals at church, don't you know?
Oh, yeah.
And your best recipes as well, because they want to put their best foot forward. And you can always depend, if you want a good meal, open up a church cookbook and give it a try, because that's where you get your best stuff. Now, Mama and I have talked about writing our own cookbook.
Oh, no, I'm not.
And doing it, but here's the reason we don't. The reason we have not. We don't want to be in competition with our church cookbook, because every dime that comes in on church cookbooks, every dime goes directly deposited into the church. And that's the reason it really don't matter what you put on the check. You can put Mama Davis, you can put John Davis, you can put Oswego Missionary Baptist Church, you can put OMBC. The bank don't really care what you put on there too, because we direct deposit it in. We never cash a check. No. It always is directly deposited into the church account. So they're not too picky as long as they see it written out in the amount and it's, you know, something to do with one of us or the church, and they really don't care if we put every check addressed to us or not in there. It's just, you can deposit it in the bank. So you make that check out however you want to. Oswego, O-S-W-E-G-O, Missionary Baptist Church is a lot to write. So we tell you to put OMBC. We use that here locally. Everybody knows what OMBC is for, Oswego Missionary Baptist Church. But you can put John Davis on it. Some of y'all, well, not you all, but some people are saying, oh yeah, he says make those checks out to him. Folks, I would, if I thought that somebody thought that I owed the church $1, I'd give them $2 to make sure there was no doubt. I'm not going to take a dime from the church. I'm not going to take a dime from the church. So make those checks out however you see fit on OMBC, Oswego Missionary Baptist Church, or John Davis, or we've had them made out to Coffee Time. They still take them. We just deposit them. If we're trying to cash them, might be a problem. We ain't cashing checks, we deposit them. A few of you sent cash. It got here, we deposited it, it was no problem. We don't recommend that. If you don't have a checking account, use a money order or something like that, just for safety. But some people have said, I don't want to fool with that. I'll just send the money. If it gets lost, I'll replace it or whatever. So we've not had a problem with that. Thank the Lord. But just be sure, you know, that $17, that covers everything. But Mom and I may work on a cookbook later, but as long as people are interested in the church cookbook, we sure don't want to be in competition with a church cookbook. And it helps our little church out so much. I mean, you just wouldn't believe it's helped our little church out. And when you are on Coffee Time, let me tell you something about our church. We have a big part in our church. I mean, it's our church family. So, of course, whatever we're into, they know all about it. And so when you have a prayer request, every service, this little lady right here, and if she ain't there, I say it. Or actually, I say it too.
Yeah.
We've had several prayer requests sent in this week. Please remember each and every one of them. Or Mama will say, remember all the prayer requests from our Coffee Time friends. They're depending on us to pray for them. Let's don't let them down. That's what Mama says. Or she'll sometimes, and it's not that she likes one audience over another, sometimes a prayer request comes through that really touches her heart. You know, maybe a child with leukemia or something. And if she will say, you know, this child with leukemia is, you know, we need prayer for this child. So she remembers all the prayer requests. But some of you are mentioned by name, first name, anyway, in our church. And you're under their prayer list. You are there. You are there. So don't think that, oh, I put those prayer requests on there. They don't even see them. We do see most of them, but the ones we don't see, we cover them all with the Lord's prayers. So, Lord, remember each and every prayer request.
That's right.
And, you know, it's not what we know, it's what God knows. And as long as He knows about you, then you're covered. But anyhow, I just thought I'd throw that in case somebody was wondering. I bet they don't. We do. We do. You can ask them about our church. And our church is so caring, they will ask, did you hear anything else from that little girl? Or have you heard anything else?
The pastor just asked a couple of weeks ago about one was requesting special prayer for.
So, whether you know it or not, y'all are part of our church and are part of their love for you and a part of their love for God, and they do take your concerns to the Lord. Mama, you got anything else?
No, I think we've talked her ears off. It's getting late.
And by that, she means you, John. I think you've talked her ear off.
Yeah, I think you have.
We're going to say good night, man. Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all.
You all have a blessed night, and Lord willing, we will see you tomorrow.
Yes, bye-bye.